Cade Cunningham justifies not recruiting LeBron James to join him on the Pistons, and I just immediately busted out laughing. So let's get to this topic here.
The shocking report that Cade Cunningham refused to recruit LeBron James isn't just a headline. It's a direct challenge to the very foundation of LeBron's late career strategy. This isn't some anonymous GM. It's a young star, and his reasoning, as we're about to hear, reveal the fundamental philosophical clash between old-school grit and modern superteam culture. And what he just said proves exactly why.
This is not true. Bro, these websites, man, y'all are just a bunch of twerking-ass websites. What are y'all talking? The whole league? What you mean the whole league?
What Charles is pointing out here is crucial. The narrative pushed by some outlets that the entire league was vying for LeBron's services simply doesn't hold water when you look at the actual contract offers. If the demand was that high, the max deal would have materialized. This discrepancy immediately makes you question the agenda behind such reports, especially when it comes to the image of an aging superstar. But here's what makes this even crazier.
What are y'all talking? The whole league? What you mean the whole league? If the whole league was interested, where was this interest at? Anyway. But Cade Cunningham saved himself the effort of trying to convince the 41-year-old to join him in Detroit.
Exactly. The silence from teams about offering max money is deafening. It suggests that while LeBron's name still carries weight, his actual on-court value at 40+ years old isn't universally seen as worth a full max contract, especially for teams genuinely trying to build a future. This isn't just speculation. It's a hard financial reality. And that's not even the worst part. Wait until you hear Cade's actual words.
I didn't give LeBron a call. I don't think he would have cared to hear what I had to say about it. He's doing what he wants to do at this point. I'm not mad at that. It is what it is, so good for him. Cunningham said in an appearance on the Sports Seriously podcast.
Cade Cunningham, the 22-year-old rising star, didn't even call LeBron. He basically shrugged off the idea, saying LeBron is doing what he wants. This isn't disrespect. It's a declaration of self-reliance. Cunningham isn't chasing clout or a ready-made championship. He's focused on an internal growth model, which is completely contrary to the ring-chasing narrative that has defined much of the NBA's last decade. And the fact he had to justify this makes it even more insulting to the king.
I don't know where that report came from. I never told anybody that I talked to X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't say that report was all the way true either. I don't get into all the tinkering.
This segment is a masterclass in deflection from Cade. He's not just saying he didn't recruit LeBron, he's actively distancing himself from the idea of player recruitment altogether. He's essentially saying, that's not my job, and it's certainly not our way. In an era where players are practically acting as assistant GMs, Cunningham's stance is a stark refusal to play that game. And the next clip perfectly illustrates the deeper meaning behind his hands-off approach.
Spirits of these twerking-ass LeBron James fans. What are my thoughts about this? Look, I think the reason that Cade Cunningham didn't recruit him is, number one, because I believe that he's serious about what he says. That, he doesn't believe in, tinkering with the team. Guess who else said that? Jalen Brunson.
Now, most people hear that and think, Cade's just being naive. But what Charles is highlighting is a crucial philosophical split. Cade's belief in not tinkering, letting the front office do its job and focusing on his own development, mirrors a few other prominent players. It's a return to a more traditional structure, and it directly challenges the player empowerment movement that often blurs the lines between player and management. But watch what happens next when we consider the Pistons' recent performance.
Cade Cunningham. Number two, the Detroit Pistons were the number one team in the Eastern Conference last year with a 60-22 record. So what does that mean for a person like Cade Cunningham if he's not into recruiting?
This stat changes everything. The Pistons, led by Cunningham, finished as the number one seed in the Eastern Conference with 60 wins. This isn't some rebuilding team desperate for a veteran savior. They've already established themselves as a formidable force. So from Cade's perspective, what exactly would LeBron be adding beyond just another ego in the locker room? This isn't about needing help. It's about refining what they already have. And that's exactly what they address next.
Recruiting. I think that means that he thought, you know what, let's get better. Instead of me going out there and try to recruit somebody to add some more people, how about we try to get better? Last year, we failed in the second round. We were the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. How about we get better as a group?
This is the core of Cade's argument: internal improvement. After a 60-win season and falling short in the second round, the natural old-school response isn't to chase a 40-year-old free agent. It's to look inward, develop the existing talent, refine the system, and grow together. This is a mentality of accountability and organic progression, which is a stark contrast to the quick-fix, mercenary approach often seen in today's NBA. And it reminds me of a legendary example.
We're buying him. And then Kobe just kept on playing and playing and playing and playing. And then Pau Gasol landed in his lap. It wasn't something that Kobe wanted, like he wasn't actively working on. Mitch Kupchak was the one that pulled off that heist at the time that a lot of people were saying.
The Kobe Bryant example is incredibly relevant here. When Kobe was frustrated with the Lakers, he didn't orchestrate a super team. He kept working, Andrew Bynum developed, and then Mitch Kupchak made the Pau Gasol trade. It was a front office move, not a player-led recruitment effort. This showcases a distinct path to championship contention, one built on patience, player development, and smart organizational decisions, rather than a star player begging others to join. And the Pistons situation carries echoes of this same principle.
That's what happens. You just try to make slight improvements. But that's like a novel idea to these guys because it's all about win now, win now, win now, win now. The journey doesn't matter. It's just like, let's just cheat our way to the top. And then when we get to the top, we'll act like we did it in a noble way.
This win now, win now, win now mentality that Charles describes perfectly encapsulates the modern dilemma. The journey doesn't matter perfectly frames why Cade's refusal to recruit LeBron is so significant. It's not just about winning, it's about how you win. Cunningham is advocating for a more authentic meritocratic path, which stands in stark contrast to players jumping ship or forming alliances just to bypass the organic process of team building. He views external recruitment as a shortcut, and it leads him to an even bolder statement.
And then when we get to the top, we'll act like we did it in a noble way. And Cade Cunningham was essentially saying, no, I'm not doing this, man. This is what y'all do. This is what they get paid for. I'm going to do their job. They get paid for that. I'm not doing that.
Cade basically drew a line in the sand. That's their job. He's not blurring the lines between player and GM. His focus is on his game and leading his teammates. This isn't just about not recruiting LeBron. It's about rejecting the entire modern paradigm of player as GM. He's emphasizing role clarity and professional boundaries, a refreshing take in a league often criticized for its lack of structure. And he elaborates on what his job truly entails.
He's not paid to be making those kind of front office decisions. His job is to get better and make sure that the team of guys that he's playing with are ready to go every single night. That's his job. And that's what they did last year in the regular season.
This is the absolute core of Cade's philosophy. His job is to lead the team, improve his game, and ensure everyone is ready to compete every night. This laser focus on his responsibilities, rather than trying to micromanage roster construction, speaks volumes about his character and leadership style. It suggests a belief in the process and the existing team, which is arguably a stronger foundation than constantly seeking external fixes. It also makes you wonder, does LeBron's continued ring chasing overshadow this kind of genuine team development?
What they did last year in the regular season. So the Pistons have something to prove. You know, if you're the number one seed in the Eastern Conference, you win 60 games, bro. You got to figure out a way if you can't get to the finals with that kind of team, bro, like what kind of weak ass mentality is that? And that's what he's saying.
The Pistons have something to prove, and Cade clearly believes they can do it internally. If you win 60 games and are the number one seed, failing to reach the finals should ignite a fire for internal growth, not a desperation to bring in a declining superstar. This isn't a weak-ass mentality of needing external validation. It's a testament to belief in their own talent and system. This directly challenges the idea that you must have a top-tier veteran to win. And the next segment brings it all back to the initial misleading reports.
You know, that's what he's saying. This article's spin. It's all spin. There's no evidence to suggest anything that they were saying. The whole league, it's all nonsense.
This is the payoff. Charles definitively calls out the spin in the initial article. There's no evidence, no substantiation for the claims of widespread demand for LeBron, or that Cade was even considering recruiting him. This isn't just a misreporting. It's a deliberate narrative construction designed to protect a certain player's image, even if it means twisting reality. It reinforces the idea that some media outlets prioritize narratives over facts, which perfectly connects back to the clickbait title of this video and its implications.
Like, come on. So, you know, I got to give, you know what I mean? I got to give some, you know what I mean? You got to give him some love for that. Cade Cunningham
earns respect for this stance. His refusal to chase, to run around here recruiting, speaks volumes. It's a rejection of the super team mentality, a dismissal of the idea that an older, fading superstar is the only path to contention. He believes in what his team has built, and he's not sacrificing that organic growth for a quick fix or external validation. This isn't just a young player's opinion, it's a profound statement about the future of NBA team building. But how will this principled stance truly impact the Pistons' long-term success, especially when stacked against the league's established titans?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get straight into this topic right here, man. So,
examining this key moment. What's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian. Welcome to you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We're gone. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
Sixers, there was a lot of speculation. Oh, everybody wants LeBron James. Everybody wants LeBron James. Everybody wants LeBron James. I'm like, damn. Everybody wants somebody on a veteran minimum kind of like, I didn't understand it. If there was this high demand, why didn't they offer up top dollar for him, right?
Examining this key moment, there was a lot of speculation. Oh, everybody wants LeBron James. Everybody wants LeBron James. Everybody wants LeBron J. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
Right? So you had all of that, right? Everybody wanted LeBron. Everybody wanted LeBron. So now he finally got signed. And then later on, we heard that they tried to get down with the Knicks. Knicks told him, nah, we good, son. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
Examining this key moment. So you had all of that, right? Everybody wanted LeBron. Everybody wanted LeBron. So now he finally got signed. And then this breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
Then I just immediately busted out laughing. So let's get to this topic here. It says, the Cade Cunningham led Detroit Pistons team topped the Eastern Conference with a 60-22 record last season and lost in the second round to the Cleveland Cavaliers after a nail-biting a 7-game series.
Examining this key moment, it says the Cade Cunningham led the Detroit Pistons team topped the Eastern Conference with a 60-22 record. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
And they did all of that without a veteran superstar on their team. So the natural progression from here on to improve their roster would be to add another superstar to the team. And LeBron James was the biggest free agent available this summer before he joined the 76ers. LeBron was the biggest free agent.
Examining this key moment. And they did all of that without a veteran superstar on their team. So the natural progression from here on. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
So LeBron was the biggest free agent. With LeBron was a bigger free agent than Kawhi Leonard, who was an all-second NBA. I don't even know why I asked. I'm sure LeBron fans would say LeBron was better than Kawhi Leonard last year. But anyway, with almost the entire league interested in his services.
Examining this key moment. With almost the LeBron was the bigger free agent than Kawhi Leonard. It was an all-second NBA. I don't even know why I hate. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
Making recruitment pitches for the Pistons. Of course, it was not realistic to assume that James would want to join the Pistons. When almost the entire NBA reached out to James, the Pistons were nowhere close to the short list of teams James decided to join. This is some serious spin right here. So Cade Cunningham might be right to presume James already had his mind made up. The Pistons are in a difficult situation due to their inefficiency.
Examining this key moment. For the Pistons. Of course, it was not realistic to assume that James would want to join the Pistons. When almost the end, this breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
All right, it was a bunch of slop. You guys are just making up stuff here. You didn't substantiate any of your claims about there was all of this major demand. You can't even name all these teams that wanted him. And again, if there's this massive demand for you in the marketplace.
Examining this key moment. You guys are just making up stuff here. You didn't substantiate any of these. Your claims about the resolve of this matter. This breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.
You gotta give him some love for that. Cade Cunningham you gotta give him some love for that. I'm not running around here recruiting you, bro. Nah. If you want to come play with us, play with us. But I'm not gonna run around here and try to get you to come play with me and do all. Nah, we're not doing that. What I need you for? We won 60 games last year. What do I need you for? To win an additional 5? Nah, I'm good. Well, let's figure it out over here. That's probably how he's looking at it. And that must be a novel thought to these new dudes. Because everything with them is, oh, let's make a super team. Let's cheat now. Let's cheat now. Let's cheat now.
Examining this key moment, you gotta give them some love for that. I'm not running around here recruiting you, bro. Nah. If you want to come play with, this breakdown reveals crucial tactical insights.